Coming up, curfew crackdown. Over a dozen young people stopped by D.C. police. More restrictions on young people being in public spaces just went into effect after a series of fights Halloween. One scene, 5 people shot. A quadruple shooting sending men and women to the hospital overnight. What vehicle D.C. police are looking for right now? Final pitch. Candidates in Virginia making their last case to the voters ahead of Election Day on Tuesday. What a brand new poll found in the race for governor.
And the weather outside, it's not quite frightful, but it's not delightful either. We'll talk about it and show you and explain, all coming up in just a few moments.
It's definitely sad. I'm gonna miss this place.
The end of an era in Prince George's County. Six Flags stopping the roller coasters and concessions today after 25 years. A look back and into the future. Plus, holiday deals are arriving early. We'll tell you where and how to land the real discounts to stretch your dollar.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good Sunday evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Ben Dennis. Hopefully you had a great weekend. We begin tonight in the district. 5 people were shot overnight in Northeast, and police are looking for a gold sedan. Officers say 3 men and 2 women were shot on Bladensburg Road around 1:50 this morning, just north of New York Avenue. All victims were conscious and breathing and taken to the hospital. Still no word on their condition. D.C. police are looking for a gold sedan they believe is connected to the shooting. D.C. police also said that they stopped 18 young people overnight for violating new curfews. Just yesterday, the mayor announced them after fights on Halloween night, including a Navy Yard. MPD says 18 juveniles were stopped for violations, 14 of them at 14th and U Street after they refused to leave just before 11 o'clock. MPD says 2 young people were also stopped near Navy Yard around 12:30, and 2 more stopped at 9th and U in Northwest. There are 4 special juvenile curfew zones in effect as of 6 o'clock tonight until 11. Then a citywide juvenile curfew takes effect. These rules apply every night through Wednesday the 5th. Meteorologist Scott Sumner standing by as he does every single weekend evening. We have a lot of fun here, Scott. All right,
Yes.
Let's have some fun with the forecast, if you will. Some ups and downs, but it felt a little warmer today than we had expected.
Well, it did, Ben, get up to 66 degrees. That's not too bad. Right outside our windows now, it's at 54 with cloudy skies outside. It looks very pretty, looks clear, but no, there are some clouds out there this evening, and thereby you didn't really see much of a sunset tonight. Now, overnight, we'll be into the 40s, but not the low 40s like we were last night. We'll be into the upper 40s here, near 50 degrees in D.C., and then we start to turn the corner here and get up to around 60 degrees, low to mid-60s by the mid-afternoon period. What about the out-the-door forecast for tomorrow as you step outside here? On November 3rd, we've got mostly cloudy skies, some chilly air out there, maybe a spot shower in places across the region. We'll get into that with a future tracker coming up in a bit. Morning temperatures 30s and 40s out towards the suburbs, and winds, well, northeast at 5 miles an hour. So what about the weather headlines here? Again, a couple of spot showers after midnight tonight. We'll have several fronts to move through the DMV. Will they bring any rain, or will that decent rain have to wait till next weekend? We'll stick around for my full forecast coming up about 10 minutes from now.
We'll get that question answered. Thanks, Scott. New tonight, a suspect was taken into custody after a man was shot and killed inside a home in D.C. this morning. Police said the man was killed inside a house on Peace Street near Pennsylvania Avenue in Southeast just before 9 a.m. They said that a suspect was arrested, but it's unclear if the two knew each other. In the Commonwealth, an 18-year-old was arrested after a commercial building caught fire in Stafford County. This happened Monday, October the 27th, around 5 p.m. in a vacant building on Cambridge Street near Stafford High. Nobody was inside at the time, but smoke could be seen from 3 sides of the building. On Thursday, police there in Virginia arrested 18-year-old Samuel Herring. He's facing charges of burning an unoccupied structure and is being held in jail without bond. DC News Now is your local election headquarters, and Virginia voters are just days away from electing their first female governor. More critical statewide positions are also up for grabs. Early voting did wrap up, though, yesterday. How many people have turned out? Well, the Virginia Public Access Project estimates a record 1.3 million ballots have been cast as of Friday. In the last statewide election in 2021, when Governor Glenn Youngkin was elected, less than 1.2 million ballots were cast early. A new poll shows Democrat Abigail Spanberger's lead in the governor's race in Virginia is continuing to grow. This survey is from Emerson College, and it has her ahead by double digits over Republican Winsome Earl-Sears. The poll found the former Congresswoman is leading the current lieutenant governor by 11 points. That poll was conducted from October 20th to the 31st and polled 880 very likely voters in the Commonwealth. The poll also found that Democrat Jay Jones holds a 2-point lead against incumbent Jason Miyares for Attorney General. But other polling has found Miyares has taken the lead after Jones was first embroiled in a violent text scandal. A live look at the U.S. Capitol, where the U.S. Senate returns tomorrow, expected to vote again to reopen the government. Shutdown enters its second month. We are now 33 days into it. This shutdown's on the path to being the longest in U.S. history, which lasted 35 days 7 years ago. Many programs, including SNAP, have been affected by this, and while money has run dry, 2 federal judges say contingency funding should temporarily be used. Virginia, Maryland, and D.C. have all announced they'll temporarily fund SNAP. Comes as many people and groups are finding ways to help federal workers, and it's a critical time. They need the help. Today in Maryland, the nonprofit called So What Else gave out free food and supplies to federal workers. This giveaway was in North Bethesda on Wyaconda Road. So What Else hosts food drives every Saturday, and they're accepting food and money donations as well as volunteers. Maryland's finding ways to step up and help thousands of federal workers. DC News Now Shanika Grimshaw shows us how Montgomery County is lending a hand, and in this week's MoCo Minute.
Governor Wes Moore met with workforce development leaders in Montgomery County to talk about how the state is supporting furloughed and laid off federal employees. Governor Moore visited the Mobilize Montgomery Federal Workforce Career Center in Wheaton, the first career center in the county designed specifically for displaced federal workers.
We're working to shield federal workers from evictions and utility shutoffs. And we set up a pipeline for federal workers to enter into essential and available state jobs.
The center offers job search help, resume workshops, training programs, and one-on-one career support. Leaders say it's already making a difference for families worried about what's next, and federal workers are in urgent need of support.
Through all of it, people have learned that in Maryland, we will lead the charge and we will protect our people. I will continue to work in partnership with our local officials and the private sector to help Marylanders get back on their feet.
With more than 260,000 Marylanders working for the federal government, officials say the state will continue to do all it can to help employees weather the shutdown. The Mobilize Montgomery Career Center is open weekdays in Wheaton, and walk-ins are welcome. For MoCo Minute, I'm Shanika Grimshaw.
Our thanks to Shanika. You can stay on top of the government shutdown by waking up with Sunrise on the Hill, presented by DC News Now. This airs weekdays 6 to 9 a.m. with hosts Hillary Howard and Corey Smith, and the latest in-depth news and analysis from a team of reporters. Ahead at 9:30, tell you about the candidate that's joining them tomorrow ahead of Election Day in Virginia. It is the end of an era for Prince George's County. Six Flags America has shut down their rides and closed their gates for the final time in Bowie. The theme park that entertained hundreds of thousands of folks over the years has closed for good. Dave Laval has the story.
This attraction has had several names since it first opened in 1974. Since 1999, however, it's been known as Six Flags America. Now there's a roller coaster of emotions as this theme park has closed for good.
It's definitely sad. I'm going to miss this place.
All that's left of Six Flags America for Bowie's Maxwell Lynch, memories.
Place to come with my friends, family, events for organizations, so yeah.
It's a little somber, it's a little sad.
Mom Ayanna Lynch also hates to see the end of the amusement park.
Being here in the summer, in my youth, hanging out, having good times with friends.
The parent company of Six Flags America announced the closure May 1st.
We normally would come out here once a year for my birthday.
Washington's Jerron Hamm and his wife used to be season ticket holders. They shared their memories of what made the amusement park special.
The family of it that I'm going to miss, and just the fact that it's going to be closed and we can't come back anymore.
The theme park featured more than 100 attractions, including 8 roller coasters. As people gathered for one final day of thrills and fun, they also recalled their favorite rides.
My favorite ride is the Harley Quinn.
My favorite ride was definitely the Harley Quinn.
The one time I bungee jumped, I did it here. I don't know what I was thinking and what convinced me to do it that day, but this is where so I'll always remember this is where I bungee jumped.
The property also housed Hurricane Harbor Water Park. It shut down for good September 6th. This 131-acre amusement park will now go up for sale for redevelopment. In Bowie, Maryland, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
End of an era indeed. Thanks, Dave. Well, the Washington Commanders are taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Right now, they're hosting the team at home, looking to get a win in the W column and snap a 3-game losing skid. Right now, the score, Seahawks are in the lead 14-0. Jaden Daniels is starting tonight. He missed Monday night's game with a hamstring injury. Wide receiver Terry McLaurin is missing another game because he's still bouncing back from one of his own.